Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One. Today I'm going to talk about some serious things. Serious things that I went through, that really all American went through. 21 years ago, we invaded Iraq. The invasion was told that it was necessary for the international security of the world. It was necessary for security of the United States. And the reasons were that Saddam had mobile biological manufacturing facilities that he could move around. I think they used mobile because we would say, hey, where's the satellite proof? Because there was none. They also said they were developing weapons of mass destruction. They talked about their nuke program. They also said, well, maybe they were one of the supporters of the September 11th that attacked the United States. Every single thing they said was a lie. It was since been proven without a shadow of a doubt that everything they told us was a lie. This is another reason why I don't trust my government. I love my country. I hate my government. Just because they lie to me on a continuous basis. That lie was very important to me. That lie directed the U.S. military to act in a certain way. We invaded the country. I was there 21 years ago. I was involved in combat 21 years ago. And it was based on a lie. Many lies. A lot of people suffered. I saw the suffering of the Iraqis. I saw the suffering of American troops. I saw the suffering of family members because they lost loved ones. I personally have lost a bunch of buddies over there. I had the honor of escorting the body of one of the soldiers I knew that was killed on his second tour. I had to take it to his family, spend a few days with them. That was a hard thing to do. Now looking back, in my mind, I'm trying to say it was all based on a lie. All of those young men and women that were killed died for nothing. I think they died for the military-industrial complex. I think they died because a bunch of politicians and military leaders had a beef with Saddam, had a beef, or maybe they wanted the oil. It was all a lie. As I get older, and I can see what happened when the COVID came through. I can see what's happening with the border. It's a continuous lie. The lie is also every day when they're spending our money. And they're not spending our money, they're spending our kids' money. They're spending money of people that are not even born that will bear the full responsibility of paying that back. They'll never be able to pay it back, but they will bear the burden of higher interest rates. They will bear the burden of not having money to just take care of the infrastructure in this country. Now they're lying to us about the Russia. They're calling Russia, warmongers and all kinds of bad things. They invaded Ukraine, and yes, I wish they never invaded Ukraine. But looking back of the lies they told us before the invasion, the lies they told us when Russia went in, I can see major lies. Russia definitely had a strategic interest because NATO was moving into their Ukraine. NATO had going to put troops right on Russia's border. Russia was promised that NATO would not expand past certain points. All those promises have been broken. So you can understand, Russia's not a huge country with people. They have a huge landmass, but they're continuously being lied to. And I will tell you what, the people that run Russia love their country. They're not New World Order people. They don't want to create this global power. They look after one thing. They look after the Russian people. And they are deadly serious about defending every inch of land in Russia. Deadly serious. Serious enough to use tactical nuclear weapons. Serious enough to use long-range ballistic missiles loaded with nuclear weapons that will impact all over Europe. They will even target the United States because when this ball gets rolling, there's no controlling it. Lie after lie after lie the government tells us. You can go all the way back to the poor Indians that were here. They were promised all kinds of things. I don't think the government has ever honored a treaty with the Indians. They have broken every single one. Right now, we have European countries, especially the French, wanting to send their active duty military into Ukraine. This is just another step closer to World War III. The Russians are going to be targeting them, and rightfully so. It's going to draw the whole Europe into the fight. My position, Europe barely has been contributing to NATO. The United States have been bearing the full brunt. You have been bearing the full brunt. Your back, your calluses on your hands have been bearing the brunt to protect Europe. Personally, I'd let Europe do it on their own. We have enough problems of our own. We have no money. We have no industrial, the ability to manufacture war materials. That, I believe, is a planned endeavor to strip manufacturing from this country, making us weaker economically, making us weaker militarily. And it's just more lies the government is throwing at us. And every time they say something, I mean, they can't even determine what is a man and what is a woman, what is the gender. It's insanity. And we as Americans keep taking it. We're still, 21 years later, we're still in Iraq. We're still in many countries over there contributing to destabilization. We're not strengthening world peace. We're not strengthening the hand of the United States by being over there. We're making more enemies. We're making more problems for ourselves. We have to be concerned about what the French are doing. We've got to be concerned about Ukraine losing the war in the sense of we need a peace treaty now. Yes, Ukraine, you lost. You will lose property. You will lose land. You will lose a lot of things. Right now, you've lost so many young men and women. They're lying to us about the numbers. Total lie. Ukrainians, every time they open their mouth, it's a lie. The amount of people that are dead, what they're doing on the battlefield, they've lost. We do have special forces in Ukraine. I know for a fact. We have contract mercenaries paid for by taxpayers. So I don't care what you say, who they are. They're people carrying arms, paid for by your tax money, by my tax money, working against Russia. Russia has been very patient with us. If you can think about it, everything that's hitting Russia is coming from U.S. stockpiles or European stockpiles. So you can say, no, we're not at war with Russia. Yes, we are. We're paying the Ukrainian militaries their salaries. It's coming from taxpayer money. Just lie after lie after lie. I am concerned about nuclear war. And a lot of people that are not preppers or not into the news, to hear me say, we need to be concerned about nuclear war, they're like, no. Because first of all, they have their head in the sand like an ostrich. Or, if they admit there is a threat, then they need to do something about it. I urge you to think about what you would do personally, your family, your community, if a nuclear war happens. We wrote a book, me and JD. The book is on sale. It's $7.48. It's a very easy read. We make it very easy to understand. What do I need to do to survive a nuclear war? That's it. Doesn't have a lot of technical information, so you can't really nerd out on it. It's just, what do I need to do first, second, third to survive a nuclear war? Now is the time to prepare for any crisis. For a financial crisis, you can look at the banks. You can look at the U.S. debt. You need to have plans. Write them out if you have to. What do I need to do if we go into the highest DEFCON level? You don't need to be trying to figure this out when things are happening. The internet might not be up. That's why we wanted an easy book. You might read it, and you'll be able to give this to your neighbor in an hour or so. They'll at least have a fighting chance of what to do. My whole life, I have been lied to by this government the whole time. Anytime they open their mouth and talk to me, eventually it is proven a lie. They do not have our best interests at heart. And that is evidenced by what's coming across the border. evidence of there is no money to take care of them, so we're borrowing money or we're printing money. There's story after story after story of senior citizens that have worked their whole lives, 30, 40, 50 years. They're on Social Security. Their money's not going as far. They have to make decisions. Do I pay the rent? Do I buy food? Do I get medicine? That is a crime in this country. When you have illegal immigrants crossing the border, immediately giving a phone, giving credit cards, giving housing, giving food, giving preferential treatment, giving the ability to, yes, get a job. And now you will see very quickly, they'll be given driver's licenses. They are. They will be given the ability to vote. And they'll start off and say, these people can only vote in their local elections. That's all they can do. But eventually, very quickly, will turn into, they're here, they might as well vote in all national elections. Everything this government is doing is a lie. I cannot see why some people on the left or the Democratic side is going along with it. It's the destruction of this country. So I'll leave a link to my book. It does help support me. It helps to support the ability to communicate with a lot of people really across the world and to try to help them prepare for what's coming. Thanks for watching.